Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review, and today we'll be talking about the new movie, The Drop. Now, it's not the typical movie I talk about. It's not a comic book movie or a horror movie. It's a crime drama, and a very good one at that. The movie stars Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini in his final movie, which was the major thing that got me to see this movie since I love James Gandolfini. And I literally just spent the whole month of June watching every episode of The Sopranos. And that's one of my favorite shows now, so he's such a great actor, and it's so tragic that he's gone, so I really wanted to pay respects and see this movie right away. But anyway, the movie is, like I said, it's a crime drama, and the basic gist of the plot, I'll try my best to explain it, is that it follows this character Bob, who's a bartender at this bar with Uncle Marv, Bob is played by Tom Hardy, Uncle Marv is played by Gandolfini. And every once in a while, it's in Brooklyn, and every once in a while they become a drop bar, which is basically where everybody comes to drop off their money for the gangsters and mafia and stuff like that. And one night they get held up, so like the gangsters that own the bar, they want them to go find the money and get the money back. And in the process, while that's going on, Bob finds this beaten up dog in this trash can and starts taking care of him, which sounds like a totally unrelated plot, and like a totally different movie, but trust me, it ties in and it works. And the plots eventually converge into the climax, which is a really great climax. That's a basic gist of the plot. The movie's really complicated, so that little few seconds gist there doesn't really do justice to this plot. The thing about the movie that's the best thing about it is the acting. James Gandolfini gives a great final performance. It's a good movie for him to go out on. I mean, I would have loved for him to keep on going, obviously. But he gives a great performance. He's basically a more subdued Tony Soprano without as many outbursts and more calm, more nice and happier. But his performance is wonderful. There's a great scene where he has this little monologue about how he used to have all this power and used to be respected. And it's a great scene, one of the best scenes in the movie. And the person who steals the show, and it's the best part of the movie, is Tom Hardy as Bob. Now, I haven't seen too many Tom Hardy movies, so this is not that bold of a statement, but it's the best performance I've seen him give in a movie. I thought he was just phenomenal. There's so many layers to his character. He's this very soft-spoken, nice guy, but you know there's something else going on back there. Some of it gets revealed at the end of the movie, but a lot of it's implied. And it's really just such a great performance. And the best thing about the movie, the thing that really keeps this movie going along, is the performances. Because I had a few issues with the plot. Like I said, the movie's complicated, and it gets a little too complicated and convoluted at times. There's some people's motivations I had a little bit of problems with. Gandolfini's motivations near the end, I don't know if I missed something or not, but I wasn't exactly sure what he was doing. I was like, exactly why is he doing that? I don't know exactly. Now, the movie is written by the author of Gone Baby Gone and Mystic River, so it wouldn't surprise me if it does make sense and I just missed something, or just could have been an issue with the writing, but I found that to be a bit... and the movie's a little slow. Not really much of a flaw with the film, but the movie is a slow-paced movie, just it's a good thing to let people know before they go into it. It just lets it takes its time to build these characters, to build the layers to these characters, and a lot of stuff is you have to really pay attention to the dialogue. So there's a character, he's not really a character, but a person who died 10 years before, and that person kind of plays a part in this movie, what happened to him and stuff like that. So you have to really pay attention to the dialogue and stuff like that. The movie is not even that violent. It's not constantly violent. There's a few violent moments. And when they happen, they're pretty graphic, but it's not even it's not, you think James Gandolfini in a crime drama. And no, it's really not that violent, which is not a problem. But it's a slower paced movie that, so like I said, really takes its time with the story. And the movie builds. The movie's doing a good job when I'm watching the montage that's kind of leading into the climax, and I'm just okay, something's gonna happen. And then when it does, it's pretty good. It's a fantastic ending. It's not a big ending. There's not a huge twist at the end. It's oh my god. There's a little bit of a twist, or more or less a reveal, I'd say, at the end. And it's not, like I said, it's not like, oh my god, that's crazy, but it's a pretty good reveal, and it's a small ending. Like, it's just like a confrontation between two guys, but the tension is there, and it's a great ending. And just when with what happens at the end, it's kind of like happens like that, and you're just like, dang. So I thought that was a really good ending, a really good build up to that. And just overall, that was just a really good crime drama. It's not a wide released film, so you might have a hard time finding it in theaters. I know not many theaters near me were showing it. I got lucky though that the main theater I see movies at was showing it, so that was good. So it's not a wide released film, but I definitely recommend checking it out, even if just to see James Gandolfini for the last time on the big screen, which was it was great. It was really nice to see him on there and to see a great performance from Tom Hardy. And so out of 10, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. I did have a few issues with the movie. Like I said, I found some character motivations to be a bit like confusing, like, and it was a little slow at times. But overall, a really enjoyable crime drama that builds to a really good ending that I really liked, and has great solid performances all around, and a nice send-off to James Gandolfini. So yeah, that's about it, and until next time, I will talk to you guys later.